99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in its main Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Maryann Okon and this is Hard Facts. I forgot my glasses in my car, so I might not be able to see anything. So if I squint a little bit and I'm reading the message upside down, please bear with me. I left my glasses and my car's not here. So maybe I will borrow Sherry's glasses for a bit if I can see with it. Welcome to the show, guys. We're going to look at the big three stories for us today. We'll move on to the global review segment where we'll be talking with geopolitics analyst, where he will be talking to us about the U.S. government shutdown, the recent political development in the United States, and of course the No Kings protest and the so-called third term agenda that some of Trump's followers have been, throwing around. On the 5 o'clock hour, Dr. Fred joins me in the studio as we talk about medical negligence and, of course, malpractice. I'll bring back that story of the lady who's dealing with the after effect of misdiagnosis or maybe a false diagnosis, which intends to make her spend money, and now she's unable to give birth. Her insides are fried. She intends to drag them to court. But will she get justice? And don't forget, the enemy is they're ready to go on strike. These are some of the issues we're going to be discussing also on the 5 o'clock hour. It promises to be a great Thursday show. Welcome. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the big stories for today. Once again, welcome to the show.
Ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back. This is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Just bear with me, okay, guys? It might not be as bad as I think it would be, but, it sometimes can be an alarmist when it comes to things like this, because I don't want to be reading something that I'm not supposed to read. Hopefully I can get my glasses in a bit and all will be fine and dandy, all right, let's start with the big three stories for today. And for those of you who've been following the news, you've heard about that crash, the multiple crash that happened on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Oh my goodness. Terrible situation, yes? Terrible. Okay. All right. Let me start with the National Assembly. Here's a story from the Daily Trust newspaper. It says National Assembly okays Tinubu's request to borrow through 2.35 billion naira. Yes, that's our first story for today. National Assembly okays Tinubu's request to borrow 2.35 billion naira Let's give you some details. The National Assembly has approved President Bola Tinubu's request to borrow 2.35 billion naira to finance part of the 2025 budget deficit. Both the Senate and the House of Representatives approved the loan request on Wednesday after considering the report of the committees on local and foreign debts. They also approved the president's request to issue a $500 million debut sovereign sukuk in the international capital market to fund infrastructure projects and diversify Nigeria's financing incomes. Share your thoughts with me on that one. Yes. Here's another story from the Premium Times newspaper, exclusive. Alleged coup. Don't forget, yesterday I did tell you about the raid of the house of the former governor of Bayelsa State, Tinubu Silva, who's also a former member of the National Assembly, former minister also, if I'm not mistaken. There were allegations, by the way, that some monies had exchanged hands, and these monies left one account to the other. And these monies could have been the monies that financed the alleged failed coup. That's one thing. Well, let's take some more information on this one. Details of some detained officers have emerged. Initially, the military arrested 16 officers over the alleged coup plot, but insiders say the number of suspects have swollen over time. Details have begun to emerge about the identities of at least 16 of the unknown members of the Nigerian military officers currently being detained over an alleged coup plot. Now, according to sources familiar with the matter, 14 out of 16 of the Nigerian army, while remaining are 2 who belong to the Navy and the Air Force. Among the army officers are a brigadier general, a colonel, a lieutenant colonel, 5 majors, 2 captains, and a lieutenant. The 2 others include a lieutenant commander. Sorry, we call it lieutenant here. Lieutenant commander from the Navy, which is equivalent to a major in the army, and a squadron leader from the Air Force, also equivalent to a major. Further details provided by some sources indicate that 12 of the 14 army officers are from the Infantry Corps, the Army's combat arm, whose personnel primarily fight on foot. Yes. One officer serves in the Signal Corps, responsible for military communications, while another one belongs to the Ordnance Corps, which handles the procurement, storage, and maintenance of weapons, ammunition, vehicles, and other military hardware. The Army suspects are predominantly members of the 56 regular corps of the Nigerian Defense Academy, who trained between 27th of September 2004 and October 2008. 6 members of the corps are 4 lieutenant colonels, Lieutenant Maryann, and 2 majors, who are among the first batch of those arrested. Remaining army officers are drawn from the NDA courses, including 44th, 47th, 59th, and 60th corps, as well as short service commission courses 38 and 43. The course affiliations of 2 army officers alongside those of the Naval and Air Force personnel could not be immediately confirmed. Interesting, isn't it? And the sole financier, according to the investigators, is Tinubu Silva. And to add to it, the newly appointed NDDC. Yeah. Interesting times. All right, let's go here. Federal government backtracks on pardon as Nigerians question due process. Well, for those of you who do not know, pardon fiasco exposes weak coordination at high levels, says critics. Atiku knocks governance by reversal, demands full disclosure. Human rights writers, HURIWA, calls for the Attorney General of the Federation, Fagbemi's resignation over this misguided advisory, making the presidency look stupid, obviously, because why didn't we do all of this? Why didn't they look through all of these things? Yeah. And so they push it out into the news, and then the AGF now says, wait, let's, so we are going to now bring the police and the NDLEA in and EFCC so we can check it. Why? The inconsistencies are so, they're irritating, for want of a better way to describe it. Well, rights activists are commending the removal of Sander and others from that pardon list. So now they're telling us that, look, the drug dealers are off. The crazy lady who killed her husband is off. We were misguided. But then they're saying the AGF has to go. And whoever else advised Mr. President on that. So let's not just say the AGF. Would you not like to see others who advised the president? And who appended a signature to it first and foremost? Because then after you put it out, you now say, oh, well, it's not approved. So it's inconsistencies for me. Yeah. For those of you who are following, 8 people so far have died, several injured in multiple vehicle crash on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. I don't want to go into details. You've been hearing the stories from our from our news bulletins here in the studio. Yvonne just read about it a few minutes ago here in the studio. So let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Will Tinubu's government ever get it right with this unending inconsistencies? And they're becoming more and more appalling, like a child's play, if you ask me. And what is the true picture of this so-called coup attempt? Coup or no coup? What exactly happened? Because we're just using a lot of allegedly all over the place, but then you've arrested people. You've plastered the name of a former governor all over social media and the news, bulletins or the newspapers across the country. So what exactly is it? And why wouldn't the federal government address it? Because just put it to bed, though. Yes? I don't know. And then, of course, what do you think about this approval to borrow 2.35 billion naira? Here we go. 0201 277 0993 0201 465 7190. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp. It's 0809 5975805. Join the conversation. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation. We would love to hear from you. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point. Thank you very much. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling
Madam
from?
Lotta, come from Lekki.
Go ahead.
My comment is about the issue you are discussing about this so-called coup. You see, like what I believe, I don't think that 16 officers will go, and it's not the local government we are talking about Nigeria, 16, and only one politician, and that will have to come from the south. I don't think it's possible to convince me as for now, because if somebody should convince me, somebody that will speak, that will listen to, should be the minister of information of Nigeria. If that man come out to say this thing happened, then I will believe. But so long as he has not spoken, not by an onuga, I will not take them serious. Maybe it's just a way for the government to gain sympathy, because it's a government that has left credibility in the eyes of now. Today, if this government should go for an election with Nigeria today, one-on-one, you will see it will not get even half of a local government across the country. But maybe just a way to make Nigeria feel sympathy. But I don't think Nigeria is sympathy, because this government, Nigeria are tired of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Lucky, for calling. I do appreciate it. Welcome to Hard Facts. Good afternoon.
Maryann, good afternoon. Peter Bonds from Shangote. Quickly. Yeah, I like it when you corrected it. You said, I don't know why we call it lieutenant. It's lieutenant.
Well, that's American. The Americans call it lieutenant. But the British actually call it lieutenant. No, the British call it lieutenant.
No worry. On Friday, you won't come and teach us English on Daily Digest.
Don't worry.
Get the correct
don't worry.
Yeah, quickly on these borrowings. Thank God you just struck. When the bond was reading the news, it struck my mind. How long will we be borrowing to fund 2025 budget? But let the president.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Let the president, from all the subsidies, the money realized from all the subsidies, we want accountability. Where have the money been channeled to? It is high time that Nigerians begin to demand for accountability, not sit down. All the money that they've been borrowing, what have they been using it for? That it is our children, grandchildren, they'll be suffering, they'll be paying, they'll be living a lavish life. What if I have the power to move the National Assembly? Don't borrow. Let us give us account of subsidies. Give us all the accounts of money borrowed thus far. What has it been used for? Good afternoon, Maryann. I'm not happy.
Thank you, Peter. Well, I think for the Sukuk, they've said something about borrowing for infrastructure, and then The rest of it will be for borrowing for what did he say they were going to put it into? Yes, to revive our economy. Yes, for economic reforms. But how? That's what we're not asking. And when I come back from the break, I want to play a video by the former CBN governor and the emir of Kano, and what he said about the Nigerian society. And I know it's going to trigger a lot of people, but then, of course, it solicits a debate of sorts, which I love. 0201-277-0993. I have a minute before I go on a break. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
So, I'm calling from Erikmo. My name is Govt. And I think this government should be serious, they organize themselves well. Because this list that was pardoned, assuming they sign this agreement between the country and country, will there be chance of this, I want to relook it or not? And they have committed blunders. You can remember the time of Dubai issue. So Dubai, matter never go anywhere. They say Dubai don't cancel visa that we are free to come. Mm-hmm. Before you know, Dubai they didn't talk such a thing.
Yeah.
And you remember Japan. The officials were there with Tinubu. They say Japan has allowed for more.
I've got to go on a break. I've got to go on a break. My time is gone. Okay. Thank you very much for calling. We'll be right back after this break, Lagos. When we come back, let's find out what the emir had to say.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Are you finding it difficult listening to your favorite talk radio Nigeria Info via the mobile app? Come closer. Let me fix that for you. Now, launch the app on your device. Click the 3 lines on the top left corner of the app. Look for settings in the drop-down menu and click on it. Turn on the first option that you see. Make sure you turn on the option that says always use highest quality available audio. Now that you have done that, close the app and relaunch it. Voila! I did it! Oh, sorry, you did it. Now you can enjoy your radio anywhere, anytime. Nigeria Info. Let's talk. We inform, we inspire, we ignite the conversation.
It's a worthy conversation to have.
It has been to the credit of the president of if he has released
Because the government is saying one thing, the people are saying a totally different thing.
When Nigeria issue has happened to them or their family, they will know that this is not
Again, I don't think there is a perfect answer to the story.
We're discussing the EFCC and their war against corruption.
Imagine that in 2026, we'll stop talking about corruption.
that their leaders say this is what you should do for them. Why can't you listen to them?
ADC warns against political witch hunt in Coup Pro.
Injustice will plunge this country into a chaos.
It's about you, the caller, the listener, the Nigerian on Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Understanding Nigeria starts with asking better questions. Hard Facts on Nigeria Info, the nation's #1 talk, news and sports radio station. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's #1 talk, news and sports radio station. This is Hard Facts, and we are looking at the big 3 stories for today. Most importantly, The presidency has gotten approval by the National Assembly to borrow $2.35 billion. Yes. Also, details have emerged of some of the detained officers who've been allegedly part of the coup plot. And we're not just talking about them, but, Tinubu Silva is in the picture. New NDDC boss is in the picture. Interesting. All right. Federal government is backtracking, obviously, on that list, the pardon list. They've taken out all the drug dealers and, of course, Miss Sander, who killed her husband. But then we can't just overlook the fact that, there have been several inconsistencies, and we could count up to 10 if we want to at the back of our hands. What does it say about the presidency and this administration with all of these inconsistencies? And who's to say that more will not follow? Talking about inconsistencies, here's the former CBN governor speaking about the kind of society that we have. He calls it classless. Not something I'd appreciate, but it's open to debate. Take a listen. This is
society.
Emir Sanusi.
Classless society. If you take the people you call leaders, go to the Senate, go to the House of Reps, you can go and pick 109 Nigerians at random without election. Put them in the Senate chambers, and the results may not be different from what you're getting now. Because the truth is, you have highly educated people in government, but they behave like illiterates. They forget their education behind. When you talk about praise singing, why would a man who is an educated man, an accomplished man, why would he be a praise singer to anyone? Why would he not be able to face his boss and say, Oga, we're not doing that, this is the truth? And why would a person in authority not have the confidence to listen to those around him and take criticism? So you've got people who are supposed to be the representatives of the values of society. By the time you become a governor, honestly, you should be beyond looking for money. You have been given an opportunity to take care of the lives of millions of people, to educate children, to save lives, to provide health care, to build infrastructure. All you are thinking of is a car, a house. I mean, are you that cheap? And society.
Well, that's Emir Sanusi there speaking about the fact that we are a classless society and how we're not able to stand up and speak truth. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. You can join the conversation. We would like to hear your thoughts and your comments on the stories that we are looking at today. Join the conversation on Facebook and on YouTube. We are live. Post your comments on our live stream. We'd love to hear from you. Go ahead. 60 seconds is all you have. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sunday on the line.
Sunday. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. See, in fact, I support Emir for what he's saying. Nothing but the truth. Because you see a lot of these well-educated working under those who are not. And then they decided to do whatever they asked them to do. And apart from that, like the new officers that they've employed, let us wait and see within the next few months how they are going to perform. Whether we still have people dying untimely death in this country. Not only to employ them and give them order, but who is the commander that will not allow them to do whatever the cabal want them to do. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Sunday, for calling. I do appreciate it. 0201-277-0993. That is for the males. For the females, 0201-465-7190. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
It's Emmanuel speaking to you from Ekpe.
Go
First
ahead.
off, on the issue of presidential pardon, if I were to be the president, I wouldn't have reversed, that's a pardon.
Why?
Those people will have been released. The reason is, I wouldn't have do it in the first place, but for the fact that I've done it, I will let it pass. What I will do is to create public perception, that if you offend the state, if you commit crime, you will be dealt with. That is for people after that pardon, And I will probably appeal to the public, to become, that things will be taken care of, because it makes the presidency look weak. And then for the issue of the service chief, I'm talking about politics somersault over and over again. It is too much. Then for the service chief, I think the government should let the service chief the security agencies do their work, and then the government itself, the politicians, they should do their work in terms of creating an avenue for economy to thrive, good education system, good infrastructure, things like that, so that insecurity will be limited. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Emmanuel. I do appreciate it. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. That's for the ladies. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. Turn off your radio and call me back, please. When you do pick up your phone to call us, make sure that all your radio or your whatever listening device is turned off. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ambrose.
Ambrose, go ahead.
Maryann, are you aware that since 1999 there has never been any rumor of coup? That tells you the level of degradation that this government has unleashed on Nigerians. And this man said it was his ambition to become the president of this country. So that ambition was to suffer Nigerians, make life hard for Nigerians, make sure that he lied to Nigerians. He told us that he was going to give us electricity. That if he does not give us electricity, we should not vote for him. Now, all the governors, they are decamping to APC. This man has started increasing fuel prices again. We don't know where this thing is going to take us to. This man has made life unbearable for majority of Nigerians. So this is the level that his ambition is taking us to. Welcome to Tinubu's government.
Thank you very much for calling. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. Join the conversation. We're looking at the big three stories for today. What are your thoughts? The ladies' line, 0201-465-7190. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Life man. I listened to this boring thing from the federal government to the National Assembly on another radio station this morning, and they say it was in the budget for the entire this borrowing plan has been there, not fresh loan. But if it suits what your others want to listen to, not fresh loan, why not? You can continue to promote it.
Welcome to Hard Facts. Oh dear, lady, please call me back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Maryann Okon.
Good afternoon.
This is Joy from Eva.
Joy, go ahead, please.
Please, Maryann, is this borrowing? It's getting out of hand now. That means after they will continue to approve for him. Before December 9.
There's nothing wrong with borrowing, it's just what we put the monies to.
See, I know there is nothing wrong with borrowing, but when you are using it in a good way, if they are not using it now, look at the road. From Ijebu to East, you cannot enter the road. People that entered night, you cannot enter night, you cannot enter morning. Then you come to schools. University, I have a daughter in university. She's not living in the hostel. It's outside the hostel that she's living. What are they using the money for? They are just punishing us. It's not good now. Before December now, they will borrow another one. If they are using it well, then we will be happy. But we are not happy because they are not using it. It is bad.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. I'm going to read a few more messages. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello? Anybody home? All right, call me back if you can. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Oh, sorry about that. Call me back. Let me read some messages and then I'll call back to the phone lines, okay? On Facebook Live, Ferdinand Koro here says, as for me, nothing is wrong for the federal government to borrow monies for infrastructure if they will use the money well for the betterment of Nigerian people. Okay, thank you, Ferdinand. Architect Dada Adidaya says, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse or misuse is inevitable. In a sane country, your president, ministers, senators, governors, etc. are your servants, not your tax masters, not also your task masters, he says. It's because they rigged themselves into power using vote buying, agbero intimidation, cash and carry, and judiciary, police conspiracy to enter power. That is why they're not accountable to you, but their families and their sycophants. That is why if you protest, they send police, agbero, they attack dogs like Bayo Nanuga, etc. to intimidate you. In a sane country where things work, these people are elected, not selected. They are the servants of the people, and that is why they are accountable to the people and the nation. That is why they don't buy cars and live in luxurious lifestyles, because the people can remove them through their vote and process. Blah, 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 blah. It's a very long one, but thank you. Nifemi Remy here says 2.3 billion naira. Our unborn generations will inherit debts that they will not be able to finish paying. Which country did God allow me to come to in the first place? My dear, it's too late. Peter Bonds here says, thank you, Peter. Yes, he's coming. I will get it out of the car soon, don't worry. Facebook Live, you can post your comments on our live stream. I want to read from you, so go ahead, please, and post your comments, all right? Let me go to WhatsApp quickly, and then I'll come back to the phone lines. I've taken a lot of calls. It's time for us to look at the messages. Please bear with me if I do read the message upside down of this. The caller that said, since 1999, there have been no rumor of coup is very wrong. During Obasanjo's regime, there was even a confirmed coup plot where some soldiers were arrested and prosecuted. So when anyone calls, they should get their facts right. Thank you, David. You see, I'm not even interested in whether there is a coup or not. We want to be sure what is happening, and there's no communication. At least under the Obasanjo administration, you heard, and people were arrested. Well, I mean, I don't think any regime should be happy that there's a coup plot against them or someone's trying to get them out of office. But while they're not happy about that, they should also take into consideration what needs to be done to get it right, so that people don't take advantage of the fact that there's bad governance to do all kinds of dastardly things. Someone said, I saw the boring figure on Channel's news last night. Up Tinubu, I love him. He understands political economics. And National Assembly will hurriedly sign because they will be smiling to the bank. Sam from Agombo. Wow, whatever that means. Henry from Shagamu says, the money they borrowed is being wasted. Nothing is working in the system or in the nation. The Tinubu administration is a colossal failure. There is no sector that we can beat our chest and say is working. It says it's sad. Okay. This one says, the lady who killed her husband was removed from the pardon list in the media, but not in reality. She's out of the country laughing at our ignorance. Take a screenshot of this comment. The lady has long been pardoned before it was made public. And he says, ex-chromon... oh, that's your name, Abby. Well, this we cannot verify. Someone here says, politics of praise singing. In Nigeria's political marketplace, the infiltration of praise singing about political players will end the so-called Nigeria democracy. Omoshebi Babidele, thank you. You know the people that are there to literally kiss the buttocks of politicians. So even if they're dying of hunger, their children can't afford to go to school. They can't even pay the rent. They continue to praise, sing these people, and they get crumbs, sometimes nothing. Really and truly, it might be the end of us, yes? Do you know how many people are paid? We have a lot of paid crowds. The same crowd shows up for APC campaign. The same crowd shows up for ADC campaign, shows up for PDP, shows up for Labour Party. None of the get shame. Praise singing. Why is it? Look at where we are. All the crowd that we got, all that in 2022 campaigns. What did it get us? The 5,000 they gave you, can you still use it to feed now? Is he able to pay your rent? The one that landlord is giving you quitting notice. Is he helping you? Have you built a mansion in your village from the 5K they gave you? Or 10K at those campaigns? Now we're never gonna learn, are we? Someone here says, I think it's high time we start challenging governors for accountability and not only presidents all the time. Mickey, I support the motion, but doesn't mean that we're going to let the president go. No. But we also let these governors fly under the radar a bit too much. This one says, I'm bothered about about Nigeria's debt profile. The government is borrowing again and refinancing maturing bonds or Euro bonds, meaning borrowing to pay off existing basic. Larry, wow, Shaders, come and see. Yeah, Nigeria wonder. Dara here says, the emir is very correct, but it's like he has no idea. Cheap is too good to describe these guys. They are low lives and mediocres, I beg your pardon. They have no integrity, no values, no loyalty, no class, and no patriotism. Okay. This one says, initially the army said there was no coup. Have they confirmed the coup now? That is what I'm saying. There's no clarity of communication. There's nothing. We're hearing mixed, and that's why several people are calling on the presidency to say, what exactly is the case, so that we know what's happening, and then we keep it moving. No, the Defense HQ says there is no coup. They are still telling us they arrested this. They were investigating this. What are you investigating if there was no coup? Or you yourself don't know if there was a coup, but you're arresting people. You're ransacking the house of a politician. Osage, me and you are on the same table. We have no clue what this government is doing in terms of that coup, so-called coup or no coup. This one says, the emir is absolutely correct. It's his likes we need as leaders in the country. Yeah, right. Lan here from Victoria Island says, on the issues of coup, there is an undertune. The kings and the planners of coups are in the northern part of the country. Now they're fingering the major culprits from the south alone. I believe there's a masquerade behind the scenes beating the drums. And by the way, it's even wrong for the military to go invade Timi's home as a civilian. It's supposed to be the job of the DSS if things are working right in this country. We don't even know where we're going. There's so much confusion in this country. We should be careful for this nation not to collapse into anarchy with the way things are going about investigations. All right. I'm going to go back to the phone lines to take your thoughts and comments. Let's go. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. Good afternoon. All right, you're going to have to call me back. Your line is breaking, so do call me back. Hello. Sorry about that. Call me back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Perry. I'm calling from Awoyaya.
Go ahead.
I think the government is not forthcoming concerning this coup issue. You know, it's unfortunate that we have a government that is not straightforward in everything, on every side. Why is it so? Now we have mentioned two figures that are civilians. The soldiers should only mention their ranks. Don't they have names? Why are you shielding their names? That's one side. Now, what Sanusi said is just the plain truth. We don't have people who are dedicated, visionary, who are committed to doing the right things. That is why you see an educated man, licking the boot of one funny politician for whatever reasons. Look, it's going to give you money, right? Your salary, your pay is what you're working for. But if he's not doing the right thing, call it quits. Why are you going to be saying, tell him what
You're gonna lose your job and be victimized, and we're all afraid of that.
We don't have morals.
Yes,
a lot of people don't have morals.
Unfortunately.
We lack it. Say it as it is, so that it's for your country, it's for your future. Why are you hiding? Why are you licking somebody else's boot who is not even as educated as yourself?
Thank you very much.
I have friends. I have a lot of friends. A couple of friends who are educated. You see the way they talk about these politicians, eulogizing them as if they are gods. I feel ashamed.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you so much for calling. I totally share that sentiment because I don't get it. Maybe I'm built different. Like I don't care. I don't care about politicians. Don't. Turn off your radio.
Why am I talking? Good afternoon.
Turn off your radio and call me back. I've just said it a few minutes ago. Turn off your radio once you start dialing. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
My name is Prince Y. I'm calling you from Oshodi.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Why you can't do low like that? And wow. See, I want to talk about this money borrowing of money. For me, I don't fancy it. But if they do, they should spend it wisely. We have a lot of infrastructure to spend the money. As of today, at 20%, 24/7 electricity, our road is motorable, especially the one in my state or which is under but that's no more outside.
Good afternoon. Your line has been really problematic. I could barely hear half the things you said, but thanks for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hey, hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
God bless you. It's me, Pastor Mecca. Hello.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. I'd like to comment on this issue of debt, borrowing. It's becoming too much. It's becoming too much because, like we keep saying it, we have other areas. We have Abacha loot. We have other several loot we have recovered. We have the subsidy money. Why keep borrowing? We are mortgaging the future of our children 30, 40, 50 years. They should stop. Look inward. We'll be able to, even small business. When you borrow in your small business, you can't pay. Your business will fold. And why are they still borrowing all this money? Why IMF, London Club, Paris Club, China? Why are they borrowing us? If you cannot pay the one we borrowed, is it because we have oil? Please, they should stop borrowing. It's too much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pastor Emeka, for calling. I don't know any country that's not indebted, not even the United Kingdom or the US. They all borrow. But what we put the money or set the funds to is the problem here in this part of the world. Hello.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Original Femi from Elegushi.
Go ahead.
Maryann, the people who are borrowing to us, they should stop now. They should not be given to us now. I'm blaming those people who are still borrowing to us. Because the more we borrow, the more we are not even paying. We are more going down. We are just borrowing this money and sharing it to their pocket and leaving the country to be indebted. We remove fuel subsidy so that we stop borrowing. But the time we remove subsidy, that is when the borrowing now become an increase in the increase size. So this borrowing, the people who are borrowing, they should stop. Let them leave Nigeria alone because it is the debt. Our children may not be able to pay it all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Hello. Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Benjamin. I'm on transit.
Okay.
So for those complaining that they are borrowing, if they don't borrow, how would they make you believe that the country is poor? I get what I'm saying. If they don't borrow, if they don't take all those borrowing to borrow for these guys, all those just to make you have that mindset that the country is poor. Have anybody told us how much you generate from sales of mineral resources in Nigeria in a day. Just sales of me. I'm not talking about tax, so I'm not talking about VAT. If I challenge the Accountant General of Nigeria to come out and tell us how much we generate from the sales of only mineral resources in Nigeria, I challenge him to tell Nigeria. Then you know that everything they are doing is intentional, just to make you have that mindset that we are a poor country, so that they can do whatever they like and they'll go scot-free. So,
but do you think that we're rich in any way?
Miriam, rich is understatement. Rich is understatement. I say I challenge the Accountant General of Nigeria to tell us, just let him come out and tell us how much we generate, how much we make from sales of mineral. I'm not saying tax or whatever. I say mineral resources alone. That's what I'm just saying in a day.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Let me read a few more messages before we go on our break. This one says, why are these foreign organizations borrowing to us, Seth? They are the reason why these politicians misbehave. Well, borrowing is not a crime. We also have to monitor what these monies are being used for and probe it. But do we? This one says, we keep borrowing with politicians getting richer and investment abroad for our great-grandchildren to pay. Nobody is even sure if there is coup. Emir is always speaking with two sides of his mouth. Confusion everywhere. Government says something in the morning, by evening it has changed. This one says, I have a question for you. If I want to borrow from a bank today, if it's MFB, they will want to know if I want what I want to use the money for before disbursing it. But you're not a government, sir. You're one person. You're a private citizen. Even those who want to, the boring schemes, we've got to go on a break.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
This November, the Battle of Voices returns. Lagos's brightest secondary schools step into the arena. Each one daring to say, I beg to differ. On November 10th, the season 9 of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament begins. Passion, logic, and wit will collide, but only one school will claim the crown. I Beg to Differ Season 9, not just a debate. It's a war of words. Who will rise? Who will fall? Who will be champion? November 10th, 2025. Lagos's voices. Lagos's future. Nigeria's best of the best. The best. For sponsorship inquiries, email info@nigeriainfo.fm. That is info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ. The Tournament of Champions.
Say hello, Lagos. Hello, Port Harcourt. Hello, Abuja. This is Kids FM, the family fun radio. Kids FM is packed with exciting drama, engaging games, inspiring stories, great music, and the kind of conversations that bring families even closer. From sunrise to sunset, we've got something special for everyone in the family. Kids FM is fun for children, cool for teens, and just perfect for parents. It's more than radio.
It's packed with educational content such as language shows, quizzes, storytelling, fun facts, and many more.
It's a family experience you can count on every single day. So, wherever you are, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, or anywhere around the world, you can tune in live on 101.7 Kids FM or stream online at kidsfm.ng. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at kids.fm.ng for all the fun updates, giveaways, and behind-the-scene moments. Kids FM, let's play!
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Because understanding Nigeria starts with asking better questions. Hard facts on Nigeria Info, the nation's #1 talk, news, and sports radio station. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria info. I want to read some more messages before we wrap things up here, right? This one says, if I want to borrow money from a bank, and they will certainly have a timeline in which I must pay back. Yes, same thing for these lenders. But then because we're a country, the parameters would be obviously different. He says, all this money that this government is borrowing, when are they going to pay back? How will we pay? Isn't the lender concerned about the borrower, what the borrower wants to do with the money? If they borrow and do not utilize it well, and they return for more, why give it to them? Very interesting questions, I must say, but I don't necessarily think that it's the same way that when they lend to an individual and when they lend to a country. Someone says, the rhetoric self, nothing is wrong with taking loans by this government that you people promote all the time. The question is this what you call a government? We're just easily deceived. People that come in with open deceit, including fake bishops and fake everything, are the people you're calling a government? Comrade Godfrey from Surulere. Oh, yes, my ex-people, I'm coming for you. Not this, because time is going. This irregular inconsistencies and continual amendment and damage control done by this administration, who spontaneously utter words without thinking first, without first thinking it through, makes me wonder if the president actually knows what he's doing as the father of the nation, or are they just playing ping pong here? I think the latter might be the case, Mrs. Aboli. Joy Forever says, see me at this, I'm just seeing things. They're inflicting pains on citizens, and yet borrowing has no end. Infrastructure continues to decay, and this coup may be a phantom at the end of the day. Tinubu and his team are not paired back and forth with grave national implications. No ambassadors till date. It's okay. It says, okay, Yvonne is here with the news. We'll be back on the other side. Let's talk the United States and the government shutdown.
Where we inform, you decide, you listen, and be part of the conversation.
I never believe that I'm a Nigerian. Why must government of Nigeria decide to clap its law?
The police is quick to fire their gas at peaceful protesters, right?
It's like the entire nation is being gassed.
That's what they are going to practice for you people now. Are they so crazy? It won't come enough. Why did the government not obey the courts?
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.